Neil, you've had a bit of time to reflect on the last 3 wins and overall your first 6 games here. How have you found it? What have you taken from it so far?
Yeah, I think we've kind of ended up with a little bit more time this week than we thought we were going to get with the players on the training pitch, which is always a good thing. But realistically, we would have loved the game to go ahead on Tuesday night to keep up building the momentum. But I think after 3 really strong performances and strong results, and a lot of players playing a lot of time during those 3 games, I think it was important really we got time to rest them up a little bit at the start of the week. And then obviously when the game was called off on Tuesday, we've regrouped and trained Thursday, Friday. We spent a little bit of time in the classroom with them really a little bit on yesterday, just kind of going over the first 4 or 5 weeks. Seems like we've been here a lot longer than that. It seems like we've never not been here really, but it's which is a good thing. And we looked at and analysed the 6 games, and we're doing a lot of things well in the first 3 games, but probably weren't getting the results. And then in the last 3 games, we probably ended up, picking up the results that we probably deserved on the back of it. And we're starting to look a little bit like the kind of team that I would want us to be. And, it's got important now that we build that momentum that we've created and carry it through into Tuesday against Tamworth.
You mentioned it there, tough game coming up against Tamworth. What are you expecting from them, a tough away day there?
Oh yeah, really tough. Look, obviously with our game being called off on Tuesday, I took the opportunity to go up to Tamworth and watch them against Rochdale, because obviously we play both teams within the next 3 games, and we'll do the same at the weekend. We'll watch Rochdale against Altrincham, because we play both of those games teams quite soon. So in terms of Tamworth, I expect them to be very, very well disciplined. They'll stay behind the ball, they'll look to try and counter-attack us, they'll be really strong from set pieces, and because we played them not so long ago, it's an example of us having an opportunity to see them real and play against them, and then we know that they won't be too dissimilar from that. A little personnel changes here and there, but I think that we've trained today in terms of things that we'll try and impress onto them for us to be at our best. And I think if we are at our best, we give ourselves an opportunity to win the game and continue the momentum that we've built up already.
The reverse fixture, it was a tight 1-0 defeat. It was only your second game. On the day, it almost felt like one that could go either way. What do you feel you can take from that going into this one?
No, I think we learned lessons from it, absolutely. I think you look at that game, and it was a game that, from watching it from the sideline, I never felt that we were going to lose, but we ended up losing it. And obviously pivotal moments in the game, those chances at both ends, them on the counter-attack and from set pieces, us in build-up play and creating a few chances. Obviously the sending off kind of changed the momentum of the game, even though we still had, more than 58% possession in the match, even with 10 men, which is something we've been looking at and something we're trying to do. We didn't get to a point where we really took advantage of that possession, probably because of the way that, Tamworth set up and how well drilled they are defensively and how they defend very, very fiercely their box. So we will have to be brighter and more creative in the final third to break them down, and we'll have to be very much aware of the counter-attack threats that they've got. I spoke at the time, a moment of quality from a player that I think feels a very good player that could probably play outside of this league was the deciding factor last time, and we have to be guarded against that for this time coming round.
It's a busy March coming up, 7 games, 4 away, 3 at home. Is it a case now of just making sure every player is ready no matter who comes in?
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke about with the group after the game on Saturday, and we kind of talked about the importance of everybody having a part to play. Firmly believe that. We've got 18 fit players currently, and with those 18 fit players, every single one of them are good enough to play for us and win games of football for us. So it's about, we'll have to shuffle the pack from time to time to ensure we keep as many of those players fit for this really testing month, because we know the situation we're in. We're in a much improved situation on the basis of the last 3 results, but we very much still have a lot of work to do to get ourselves where we want to be in the table. So it's important we keep the players fit. It's important that they're all channels ready to go, and we take that into Tuesday night now with 2 more training sessions to come before Tuesday, and take that forward with us, looking for the 3 points and the 4 wins on the bounce.
And then finally, you briefly mentioned it there, the fit players, still a few out, Callum Cisse, Mundell Smith. How's the recovery going for those players?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Munns, it looks like it's going to be slightly more long-term than we would have hoped for. I think Munns is having a scan today, so we'll be kind of optimistic about hoping that the results are more positive. I think Cisse's needed a little bit of rest in terms of a knock that he took a couple of weeks ago in the Gateshead game, and he's improving all the time, day by day. So we're hopeful that he might have some part to play in the next 2 fixtures coming up.